graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
The second annual Suplex City Limits Year-End Award Show, with appearances by Tyler Fudge, host of Pay-Per-View Take 2 podcast, Jared, legendary NWA announcer Bob Cottle, and Stu Hart. And now your host, Jim Vicious.
Welcome to the 2018 Suplex City Limits End of Year Awards Show. I'm your host, King of Bong Style Jim Vicious, along with, as always, Tyler Fudge.
Hello, hello, hello.
And joining us from the Pay-Per-View Take 2 podcast, it's your boy Jared.
Yay, I'm like the Shep to your Curly and Moe.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Did
Shep was better.
Replace Curly? But okay. We are here to go through 30 awards. We've got the best and worst of the year in pro wrestling. Should be a good time. So we also got a New Japan preview for Wrestle Kingdom coming up later. So it's going to be, yeah, no shit, right? It's going to be a different sort of show. We've thrown the fucking format out the window, and we're just going to go for it.
Yep. So fuck that. That show is no more. 2019, we're going to change it completely. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Let's just get into it here, work our way through these awards. We'll kind of do the worst and then the best of things. So let's start it off with worst theme song. It doesn't have to be a new song for the year. It just has to be a song that you heard this year. And for that reason, I'm going to start us off with Brief Mode.
Fuck!
Solid
you stole
choice.
mine.
The worst song in pro wrestling.
Yes.
Just, I mean, I feel like I should build on that, but I mean, we all know.
There's no building on it. It's a horrible, horrible song. Like, the Bremo part itself is bad, let alone the whatever the fuck she says, like the stutter, whatever the fuck that is.
That's really bad. Tyler Fudge, what do you got?
I have the B Team's theme, whatever the fuck that is.
Very, very solid. Yeah, B Team, go, 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 fuck yourself.
Exactly. B Team, go, jump out a fucking window.
Yeah, that is a really bad song.
It is.
It's solid. Jared, what do you got?
I also agreed with Bree Mode, but my honorable mention is the fact that I absolutely hate the song that Ronda Rousey comes out to, and I've hated it my whole fucking life.
It's not a good song.
That's fair.
It's terrible.
Yeah. What I think the only saving grace that song has for me is the fact that I was always a big fan of Freaks and Geeks as a kid, and it was the theme song for that, so at least brings back memories of watching Freaks and Geeks.
Okay, well, Tyler, you're a nerd, and we're jocks. Jim and I are, so we don't need your nerdiness brought up into this. All right, okay?
I played fucking hockey in school, buddy.
Every Canadian plays hockey. You're basically forced to do it. Don't act like you're something special.
You are. We're born with hockey sticks.
Exactly. So those are all very solid choices there. So we'll move it over to the best side of things. The best theme song, Mr. Tyler Fudge. What do you got?
Well, can I pick a theme? Okay, if we can pick one song we heard for the worst, I guess I could pick my actual favorite right now, and that's Matt Riddle's theme. I've always been a fan of that, like, G-Funk thing, that whistle. They got me with it.
I'm having a hard time thinking of really what his is right now. All I think of him is just the bro chant. I can't really think of the song.
Well, it's like a ripped off Dr. Dre beat from the Chronic, basically.
Okay, there you go, Jared.
As long as he's in the WWE, coming out to his music, it will always be Motorhead and Triple H. Like, there will never be a cooler fucking band playing for a wrestler coming to the ring than Motorhead. It's that simple. Guys, come on, don't overthink this.
Time to play the game, right?
Yeah, or King of Kings.
I would say the King of Kings is better, in my opinion.
Evolution is the best song. But,
yes.
It's Motorhead.
Evolution jams on its own.
It does.
Yes, it does. So does King of Kings.
Yeah. And my choice for this year, there's a lot of them. Honorable mentions go to, there's a lot. Marty Skrull.
Tommaso Ciampa coming out to nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just booze.
I agree.
But I go with shit that I listen, like, if a theme song makes its way into my car and into my driving, I call it a success. So for that reason, Shinsuke Nakamura remix with the fucking Japanese rapping.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Good one.
I agree. That is a solid pick.
Honorable mention, Aleister Black.
Yes. And that Suzuki's new remix of his theme song can go fuck itself.
Yeah, I don't fuck with a good thing on that.
No,
Suzuki.
his song was perfect, and he had to go change it.
Yeah, I notice every year at the end when my Spotify, it's like the top 100 most listened to songs of 2017, 2018, whatever. And that's what I save offline for use in my car, and there are a few wrestling themes on there. Some I would hate to admit.
Hey, man.
But
Fandango. It's just Fandango on repeat. Like, if you saw Jim's Spotify, it was nothing but Fandango for like 6 weeks straight.
You'll just go around in town pointing your fingers. Do. Just in your car. Be great. I'd love
Just
to
his
see
girlfriend
Jim do
pleading with him to play something else. Please.
that. She jumps out of the car while it's moving.
Let's go to... We had a couple that weren't best, worst. Oh, maybe we'll go... Let's do worst TV show.
Okay. I think this is
I'll
going to
start
be
you off.
all around.
I'm sure everybody will be the same here, but I went with Raw.
What?
No, you didn't. That's a hot take, Jared. Why don't you go on that?
I also shockingly said Raw.
I as well.
It's a clean sweep for Raw. Good for you, Raw.
I think everybody will say Raw. If you say anything else, it's probably incorrect, because I don't think anything's as bad as Raw.
Like, there's only one wrestling that I refuse to watch, and that's weekly WWE television. It's just, I can't. And that speaks for itself. I just can't do it.
There you go. On to the best wrestling television show. Jared, what do you got?
NXT.
NXT.
Yeah, I gotta go NXT. Although
Definitely
SmackDown's
something.
close. I enjoyed a lot of SmackDown this year, as opposed to Raw, which was just horseshit.
Yeah, I'll give you that. NXT is one of the good ones. Tyler Fudge, what do you got?
NXT is one that, I have to, it's the best thing on TV. Really, if you want to just give it an honorable mention, New Japan and Access.
Well, I'm gonna go fucking sideways on you.
Oh, here
you
we
could
go.
about expect what your boy's going with.
Yeah.
He's gonna say,
Wait now.
let me
Wait now.
guess. Impact.
No. It's,
No, I don't.
That's right. Mucha Lucha. It's a way of life. Lucha Underground is my favorite wrestling show. It is the only one that I get really jacked about. I watch NXT. I like NXT, but I don't look forward to it because it doesn't have stories that are cliffhanger television sort of shit like Lucha Underground does. Things happen in Lucha Underground, you're like, what the fuck is that? We'll find out next week. Well, you'll probably find out in like 8 weeks, but no less. Lucha Underground is a great television show regardless of the wrestling, If you cut all the wrestling out of Raw or something, what do you got? Dick. But whatever.
yeah.
I'm sorry I was predictable with the Lucha.
I mean,
I was gonna say it was really shocking that you picked that.
yeah, I
shocked
would
over
never believe that in a million years.
What else we got? Here's another one where you can go with the worst non-wrestling performer.
Oh, that one was
Tyler
really
Fudge.
hard. I will say I racked my brain all week on who the worst non-wrestling performer was. And really, in actuality, there's no real good non-wrestling performer right now. You know what I mean? Because they all really just wrestle at some point in time. But if I was to go with the worst one, I would say just because of his timing and delivery and his aloofness, Kurt Angle. But he wrestled. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, he's
Well, he walked around and stumbled for a bit. I mean,
I wouldn't even have a problem with somebody saying, yeah. I mean, that's you're right, yeah. He's really bad.
I wish I had that. You remember the mid-'90s Bulls intro when they brought in Michael Jordan and they had the music playing? I wish I had that playing right now because I would do this. And coming in from Greenwich, Connecticut, for the 13th year in a row, WWE's worst non-wrestling performer, 5'6". She's got a deep voice like a man. It's Stephanie Killing Raw McMahon. She's terrible. She's awful. She just dresses everybody down, and then we're all supposed to pretend like she's not a piece of shit because once in a while she takes a bump. But truth be told, she just makes everybody look like a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Every one of them.
That's very true.
You said 5'6". I think that might be fucking cutting her short. She's already tall. Plus, she wears the most giant heels ever.
Yeah, I thought the heels just skewed it all. I was like, I assume she's like 5'6", 5'9", like somewhere in that range.
I have no idea. But she's
got just big old fake
tall.
titties, a deep male testosterone steroided out voice, because that's what Triple H likes.
Yeah.
Oh, just terrible.
Yeah. He probably couldn't stomach fucking her until, she started fucking looking manly. Like when she was like...
I need you to get ripped for me, just like Shawn.
Yeah.
Because in the story there, Shawn Michaels fucked him.
Yeah. When she was cute, kind of fucking soft, chubby Stephanie McMahon, yeah, he probably had a hard time getting off.
He's straight out of college, like sweet-looking Stephanie McMahon was hot. Stephanie McMahon is not.
There you go.
Wholeheartedly.
I mean, it's just definitely fucking true. I'm gonna go with one, a little left field here. Ring of Honor, Mandy Leone.
Fair.
I don't know if this
That's
bitch wrestles.
fair.
I don't see her wrestle.
She goes over to Stardom, which is surprising.
That's fucking terrible. She is terrible on Ring of Honor, and I don't care if you're fucking delirious or who you're fucking right now. Please get off my television. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
It is really Nikki Bella 2.0. Really.
Yeah. There you go. On to the best non-wrestling performer. Well, I'm going to go start you off with Luis Fernandez a.k.a. Dario and Antonio Cueto from Lucha Underground. Go fuck yourself. That guy is awesome as both Antonio and Dario. And I love it. So fuck you.
I mean, I can't disagree with you. It's not shocking. I'm actually more shocked about that one than the last one. So I was like, oh shit. Okay. But I can agree. He's a good performer. I agree.
If you want a guy to be on your television show and not wrestle and act, then perhaps it's a good idea to get an actual actor. Just saying.
Yeah.
What do you got, Tyler?
I'm going to go with, just because we don't see her very much wrestling, Zelina Vega. And more focused on maybe I'm really remembering NXT. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because he really hasn't been highlighted on SmackDown much. But
she shouldn't wrestle. She's not very good at wrestling.
She does a good Hurricane Rana. That's about it. It's like Alicia Fox's Northern Light Suplex. She does a good Northern Light Suplex, but that's it.
Yeah. One good move.
Yeah.
And Jared, what do you got, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Come on. Is there any other choice there? You're both wrong. It's Paul Heyman. It's always Paul Heyman. If Paul Heyman shows up one time in 2019, he wins this award in 2019 for me as well.
Just to say, there are going to be a lot of times where, you know me, dude, I'm a fucking cunt. I'm going to go and pick, kind of off-the-wall shit. I can't come with, straight answers.
I also overthink
You said you wanted end-of-the-year awards. I'm giving you... Yeah, a lot of it's chalk. You know why? Because, goddammit, Michael Jordan won 6 straight MVPs, and there's a reason for it.
Yeah. I'm not saying...
straight MVPs.
No one has been wrong so far. I have not heard one that I disagree with yet. All valid and acceptable answers thus far. Moving on, got some different ones here. Let's go with most underutilized. What do you got, Jared?
This one was really tough. The most underutilized for me was probably Gresham for ROH. That guy's so fucking good, and he's just not used enough. Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah,
Absolutely one of the best talents going in their company, and for whatever reason, he's just not getting the chance to really excel. I think he's young and really talented. I don't get it.
Also known as the guy in all the pictures with Jordan Grace.
Correct.
Yeah.
They just got engaged. Good for him.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. She could literally lift him up and throw him wherever she wants to.
Yeah, it's gotta be weird, like dating a girl who, like, can straight kick your fucking ass.
Like she could rape me.
But also, really handy when it comes to moving things.
It's very true. That's very true.
She's just like, where do you want this couch, babe?
Or shoveling snow.
You think she does the man work around the place?
Well, motherfucker, yes. Like, the only reason why a girl doesn't shovel snow, because of equality and everything, you know what I mean, is because they're just smaller in stature. If you got a girl that is built...
I like that Tyler's so Canadian, his idea of manly work is shoveling snow.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I walked into that one, I guess.
Jonathan Gresham, that's my guy. That's the most underutilized.
There you go, Tyler Fudge.
I'm going with Andrade Cien Almas. You got a guy that was a star in Mexico. He was a driving force in NXT towards the end of his run, and you bring him up to the WWE and you just shit all over him. He loss after loss after loss, and then he disappears for weeks, maybe months. Comes back, loss after loss after loss. And it's horrible. I mean, it's La Sombra.
Yeah, it's fucking La Sombra. Not only was he a star in Mexico, he was a star in NXT too. I mean, that match against Gargano is, a lot of people's, maybe more mainstream fans' match of the year. So, there you go. I'm going with Killian Dane.
Yes, I can. I mean, all of Sanity in general.
Yeah. I'm going with Killian Dane because he's crazy build, he's something different, and when he came out of War Games onto SmackDown, that match was like really focused on him, and it really got him over with the crowd, and then he came to SmackDown, and, it's been the poops.
The poops. or as you can also go, I lost it, I can't find it. Well, shit. Never mind. I'm looking for a
Nailed
thing. Yeah, I did really good on that one.
The end of the year forgot too high for the award show. Award goes to Tyler.
Oh, this is what I was looking for?
Piss in your face. Piss in your face.
That's what I was looking for. I just couldn't find it.
All right. So, moving on from there, we could get into... Let's get into the commentary side of things. The worst commentary of the year, I propose to you, gentlemen, and all of you, dear listeners, Renee Young.
Now, Jim, hold on a minute. We do have someone to present this award.
That's for the best one.
Oh, okay.
This is the worst
Hold on, I got to tell them. It's not your turn yet, Bob. Just wait.
He's fucking ready to go. I'm going with Renee Young. She is terrible, and I can't stand her. She adds nothing to it. If anything, she takes away from it. She's really bad. So Renee Young.
I disagree for the first time on this. I think she's fine. I think if you want somebody... Look, it's not her fault that Vince McMahon is in her ear yelling at her what to say. Now, here's a guy who has free reign to kind of say whatever the hell he wants, and I still fucking hate him, Cyrus the Virus. I fucking hate Don Callis on commentary. I wish Don Callis would shut the fuck up. I wish someone would take a shoe and shove it in his mouth.
Certain aspects of Cyrus, I completely agree. I do certain things he does, but I can completely agree with sides of that. I can understand where you're coming from.
His use of shoot terminology in 2018 is grating. We get it. You're in the business, Cyrus. I get it. We all get it. We all still... I just hate him. I hated him in ECW. I hated him in the WWF. And I hate him now. Although he is a very creative mind, and I'm fine with him being in TNA and him pushing for TVMA on their new show. So, behind the scenes, Don Callis is awesome. But on commentary, I wish that Kevin Kelly would beat him to death with a shoe.
Wow. There you go. I, for the most part, don't mind the guy. Yeah, but
Well, you're wrong. It's just
I know what
okay
you're
to have a wrong opinion.
The things that you dislike about him, I totally get. But there are some things that I do like about him. So, Tyler Fudge.
I am going to go with because since you guys have all shit the bed on this pick and all picked the wrong person, Jonathan Coachman, because you guys have obviously forgot about that fucking guy.
Oh, they took him off the air. I forgot about him. He was so bad.
Yes.
God, you know what? I'm going to go with Tyler's answer this one. He was so bad, they fired him and put him on a pre-show and put in Renee Young.
Yes.
So, Jim, your choice has to be wrong because she replaced someone who's even worse than her.
Dude, that's where all of the fucking rechecks go. That's where Otunga is. That's where
Yep.
Booker is. That's where Coachman is.
Yep.
All those guys. And when they get sick of fucking whoever else, Saxton or something else, send him there too.
Yeah, and then whichever one gets sick that week or is just like fuck this job, I'm not coming in this week. They gets fucking the Fro guy. What's his name? Sam Roberts.
Yeah, it's the island of misfit toys, man. That's what the fucking pre-show panel is. Yeah. So all valid. Coachman really is fucking terrible.
He is.
He is worthy of this. But for our next category, I want to send it over to a special guest, legendary voice of the NWA, and host of Cuddlin' with Coddle, right here on the Suplex City Limits Network. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Coddle.
Hey, fans, it's your good pal, Bob Cowell here to tell you that, glass in a bag. That is one great product. Bob, no.
Doing commercials.
Stay on task. Oh, right, sorry. I'm here to announce best commentator. For me, it's always going to be Vince Scully. What a hell of a voice that Vince Scully. That's baseball, Bob. He had one job. Sorry, guys. But he hasn't had corned beef hash. It's Christmas season. You can't find it. He's having a real tough time. All right. Best commentary. For me, it's Mauro Ranallo. Did I say that right? Ranallo?
You did. You did.
All right, yeah. Mauro Ranallo. I mean, the guy's fucking awesome.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, people
He's a great
hate on him
commentator.
on Twitter, and he's too loud. He gets too into it. It's like, yeah, give me that over, Michael Cole's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Mauro.
fucking guys are millennials. They can suck a dick.
If you don't like Mauro Ronaldo's commentary, like, I don't even know what to say to you, honestly.
I don't think I could be friends with you if you don't like Mauro Ronaldo's commentary.
I just like
We
in a
don't like-
land of where there's a million terrible people at it, It's like fuck. Yeah, Mauro's definitely solid.
I will make this proclamation right now. Jim, Tyler, and I will fight you if you don't like him.
Yes.
You show up.
Yes.
Yeah. The amount of preparation, and I don't know if you guys watched that documentary on him, like, I fucking really like that guy. I liked him before, but that documentary made me just, like, love that guy. He's great, man.
I agree.
The amount of preparation he puts into that shit is insane, dude. And if you really listen to all the shit that he's getting in there, there's things in there that, I'm sure some go over my head as well, but it's so crazily done. Only a madman could actually do commentary like that. Tyler Fudge, what do you got?
Well, you know what? Just to veer off because my pick was Ronaldo. I'm going to go with Kevin Kelly, just because.
I was going to put him as my honorable mention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fantastic for what he does over in New Japan. He really is. I feel like if there's one person that could really just go all by himself, Kevin Kelly could.
Yeah, he delivers the stories great for an English.
Wind
Watching the English. Yeah, no, I don't know what that's all about. That's not me. He tells the stories well. He's fucking great on commentary.
Yeah.
My pick was Kevin Kelly. My honorable mention was Mauro Ranallo. So there you go.
You can't go wrong with those two. Those are really the two best in the business today. Really?
Yeah. There it is. If you had to pick a third, I know.
Ian Riccaboni from ROH, maybe.
It's pretty good. He's pretty good. I'm surprised Jared for worst commentary. It's too late now. But I'm really surprised you didn't go with with Vampiro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
solid.
I don't watch Lucha Underground, so I forgot he even existed.
Yeah, Vampiro. Yeah, fuck his commentary for sure.
Yeah, he's terrible. That's terrible. Terrible.
Play my music. Let's move on. Worst gimmick, Mr. Tyler Fudge.
Man, that one. I really. What is the worst gimmick? I don't know. That's one of them. That's the only one that I've actually got left out on mine because I really couldn't think of it. But I was
Jinder Mahal becoming a guru.
Yeah.
I guess you could go with that.
It's like the perfect soup of WWE bullshit. We have nothing for this guy, so let's come up with something racist.
That's
Yeah.
Just
He
add
also
a piece of
lifted it. He also
Did he?
lifted it from
Love Guru.
Seidel was doing that in
Oh.
Impact earlier this year before Mahal took that. Yeah, is that your pick? Is Mahal?
Yes. Oh yeah. That's a terrible
love
gimmick. His guru gimmick, which
Tyler
doesn't even make it
Fudge?
on the.
Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. Tyler Fudge did not think of the worst gimmick of the year, but my pick will be his worst gimmick of the year,
Okay.
and that is Big Bad Steve, dude.
Oh yes. Yeah.
There's
Fuck.
only one answer.
Big Bad Steve, you're goddamn right. You know, and maybe you know what? I'll go. I'll throw Jake Strong in there too. Fuck him.
Jesus, truck.
That was
Yeah, that does
fucking
suck.
hate.
Big Bad Steve in a land that has dragons and spacemen who travel to the future and lizard people and all this shit. This guy is a mechanic named Steve.
Guys, he's just
What?
looking to help out his family.
Yeah, dude, he's just trying to make a little extra money, fucking prize fighting.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He shed his shell of lizard skin and became Big Bad Steve.
I was just waiting for this award show so I could be like, because he's not going to remember Big Bad Steve. I'm going to say it and he's going to agree 100%.
No, Big Bad Steve, man. Oh, you brought back flashbacks.
So moving on to the best gimmick, I gotta go with Velveteen Dream, who probably early on in this gimmick would have been one of my worst gimmicks of the year, but has somehow turned around to being one of my favorite ones.
He's definitely figured his character out. He's awesome.
He is awesome.
Yeah, he is.
So that's what I'm going with there.
For
Jared?
me, gimmick of the year was Okada completely losing himself after losing the title, and just kind of going bonkers
With the balloon.
during the New Japan Cup and bringing balloons to the ring, and just kind of being a functional broken Okada,
Wow.
and then refining himself. I enjoyed that story arc. It was a good gimmick to me. Honorable mention to Minoru Suzuki for living his gimmick. That guy walks around 24/7 with a "I will beat the fuck out of you" attitude, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I'll wear a Hello Kitty. Yeah, you say something, bitch.
Just one look from Suzuki, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir."
There you go, Mr. Tyler Fudge.
Yes. Well, Velveteen Dream is what my true pick is. I just think Velveteen Dream is fantastic in what he does character-wise. I don't think he's there work rate-wise, but character-wise, he's fantastic.
Do you remember when we hated on that guy? Remember when we were like, oh, fucking Patrick Clark, because he was doing like a Trump sort of thing, like a very like American but a very Republican thing briefly, and then he switched to this, and we were just like, I remember us shitting on it. This is stupid, and slowly, like 1 week, I was like, dude, his finisher.
It's the purple.
It's the Purple Rainmaker, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm into this guy, and it's gone all the way around. This gimmick is amazing.
Yeah, it definitely grew on me and became one of my favorite characters. You know, if you want to just I don't know where do we draw the line in gimmick and character? You know what I mean?
Same difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same difference to me. All right, so we move on from that one to should be released. This is just a person that you think should be fucking released. Tyler Fudge, what do you got?
I'm just gonna go with Tamina, man, because fuck. Like, why? Why are you there? Zack Ryder has not had one match on Raw, but Tamina's made it on there countless times. How does that happen?
Yeah. For as good as her father was at beating women, you would expect her to win a lot more. She can't even do the
been
splash.
killing it though lately with Naya.
Poor
it.
fucking Naya.
Get it? Because her dad's a murderer.
As we dubbed them here, what the fuck were they, dude? I threw out a bunch of tag team names for them. And what the fuck was it now? Oh, the Samoan Slop Team. That's the one that most people seem to like. Samoan Slop Team. Yeah. Very good. Yeah, Tamina, solid. What do you got, Jared?
You know, I'm not saying this because they're not talented. I just really want to see Gallows and Anderson cut so they can actually go and be free to be an awesome tag team again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they deserve to be released, but I want them released. Does that count? Like, that's how I took this award. That's how I took this award.
I'll take
Please.
it, man. I'll take it.
Release them so they can go back to New Japan and make that heavyweight tag team division good again.
And just
Let's
like
make the heavyweight
good
tag
shit.
team division great again.
Make that a hat, Jarrett.
Yeah. The New Japan heavyweight tag team division does need a lot of help. But yeah, these guys too, they're so good, so great in like different ways, character work and shit, and you just don't get any of it. So
Have you watched their Botchamania show on the network?
yeah, I watched one
That's
episode
pretty
of it.
funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
It's pretty good because those guys are great. I mean, Talkin' Shop was like one of my favorite fucking wrestling podcasts. That shit was hilarious, but okay, I'll give you that. I'm going with a NXT guy, Caesar Bunane. Fuck this guy.
The back knee.
I just fucking hate this guy. I hate everything about him. He sucks. So yeah, Caesar Bunane.
Hey,
That's fair.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but yeah, fuck him.
I mean, there could be a million honorable mentions here.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, 3/4 of the WWE roster is like, please, just purge.
Yeah.
Purge them. All right. Let's see. Move on to comeback of the year. It's a return to wrestling, or back from an injury, or even just kind of maybe had a breakout year, I guess.
I have the perfect answer. When you hear this, you're all just going to admit I'm right. His name is David Arquette.
Dude, that was my choice as well. David Arquette was mine as well.
WCW World Heavyweight Champion, hasn't wrestled in almost 20 years, is now the talk of the indie wrestling world. Comeback of the year.
Yeah. I have mad respect for the dude. That was my pick too, man.
Yeah.
It was him or Tanahashi for me.
See,
yeah.
that one rings really true with the storyline that they're telling. Like this Tanahashi storyline that they're doing is fantastic. Where he's coming back for his title, where he wants to be. It's really well told.
Yes.
There you go. With the Arquette shit too, man. A lot of people are pricks to this guy for no reason because they've been duped. They've been fooled by revisionist history. I mean, yeah, was it dumb? Sure it was. But did that guy deserve any hate from anybody?
No.
Fuck no, he doesn't. Because
No,
he, like you said before, he donated all that money to wrestling families. He's just a dude who likes wrestling, and I love that he's back. I think it's awesome. When he got announced for the first WrestlePalooza show,
Yep.
I'm sure you saw that, Jared.
Yeah, January 6th. If you're in the Minneapolis area, there's like very few tickets left for that Sunday show, January 6th, and David Arquette will be there.
I got to get to that one of these years, man. Next year,
Me
hopefully.
too.
Hopefully we can get out there for that shit. But a lot of people were talking shit about it, and I was like, I was just on there like, go fuck yourself, man. This guy owes you nothing.
You know what upsets
awesome.
me? You know what upsets me? Fuck you guys and all your cool wrestling shows.
Yeah.
Well, it's at fucking Minneapolis. It's
I'm here in
something.
Canada where all I'll get is fucking PWA. Fuck, man, I hate that stuff.
We have one less wrestling company here now as well, so we have no wrestling.
Jim. Shut your mouth.
I love it. Did you have one, Tyler, or was yours David Arquette as well?
For comeback of the year.
Oh, you Tanahashi. That's right. I'm sorry.
Well, that was Jared's, but we can go with Tanahashi because I mistakenly didn't have this one in my list.
Yeah. The guy with notes hasn't had a few answers. Jared's been killing it. Not a single note over here. All right.
Yeah. Well, you're fucking probably not baked out of your head either, so.
I am not this week.
That's my excuse. Let's see. We can move into. We want to move into worst on the mic. I'm going to start you off with something that you're not going to like, probably, and a lot of people probably won't like. Ronda Rousey. I can't stand this bitch talking. I think she's horrible. Her delivery. Everyone raves. Not everyone. Some people. Mostly the tuna Meltzer, rave about how good she is on the mic, and I don't see it. I think she's fucking terrible, and I hate listening to her, and I hate her as a person, so Ronda Rousey.
She's a natural heel. You know what I mean? Her doing babyface promos is not what in my opinion, it's not what everybody wants to see. You know what I mean? She's supposed to be an ass kicker, and she's just out here doing these long, drawn-out talking segments, and it's not built for her, that's for sure.
There you go. What do you got, Tyler?
I am going to go with, just because, I don't know, I just don't like to listen to her. The sound of her voice really hurts my heart and my brain. Nia Jax.
Yeah, solid. I would have gave an honorable mention, actually, to Nia Jax. Yeah.
That or Sasha Banks. I think that's, she's horrible. Everything, like, even when she's trying to be a babyface, she sounds like a bitch.
My hero, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, like that whole promo with like Bayley when she told Bayley she loved her. It's like she was like shout poetry at her. You know what I mean? Like, what is that called? Slam poetry. The bird goes through the window. Right? You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Oh shit!
All right, I have a kind of controversial one here. It's not WWE. It's just mostly because of the position he's being given. I just don't get it. Switchblade Jay White. Not
fair.
good on the mic, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
Dull, bland, cookie cutter, boring. Please shut him up. And you're putting him as the new face of the Bullet Club. Bad move.
I love it. Boring.
Boring.
Just not good. And I say that like, yeah, I'm sure there's worse people in the WWE on the mic, but they're also not being given the position of the new face of the Bullet Club. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't see what they see in this guy, other than he, like, talked shit to JR and almost like broke his legs. That's about the only thing Jay White's done this year that anybody gave a fuck about.
Yeah, that's fair, man. I never got behind this whole thing. I was like, oh, Switchblade, and that's kind of cool, but fuck Jay White, dude, really? I don't know.
Yeah, he's a good worker, really good worker, but the character stuff is just not there, and neither is the talking. It is really monotone, and it's just there's no emotion in it.
There you go. Let's see what else we have here.
We'd have best on the mic, wouldn't we?
Oh yes, we would.
Worst? Yep.
Look at Jared. No notes, just fucking flying. Look at that.
This motherfucker. Yeah, he's sober. He's sober.
That's cool.
Hey, I'm just good at this, guys. Like, come on. Give me a little bit of credit.
You trying to take my job, boy?
I do host pay-per-view take, too. So, I mean, I'm pretty good at this thing. All right, let me steer this ship. Best on the mic. I gotta say that I would go with Cody Rhodes.
Oh.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Cody Rhodes' ability to hype up every match he's in, either whether it be online or in front of a live crowd, he's gotten so much better than he was in the WWE. He's figured himself out in 2018. That's what you want from a guy who's about to start his own wrestling company. And he basically talked you into All In with the way more, I think, than the Young Bucks. I think it was all Cody Rhodes and his ability to sell that, and the fact that he sold that show. To me, means he's the best talker in 2018, because that was the most talked about show in the entire year, and it was all put together through the ability to sell it by Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can completely agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair, man. And even too in the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view, comes out, gets a big cheer, obviously, because he's face right now. Within one sentence, is just booed out of the fucking building.
Yeah. No, he can really. He knows how to turn the crowd around. He's really good at that. He can read a crowd. He can just throw him on a dime. He's really good that way, for sure.
Honorable mention to Juice Robinson, just because I love how excited he gets.
You, man. Fuck you.
He's just so excited to be there,
No,
guys.
you took my goddamn pick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yes, I agree completely. He's fantastic. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know. It must have been pre that American 4th of July show or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, the Sparklers.
He had a 4th of July promo that was just tremendous. Yeah.
Yeah. He was talking about having like the sparklers in his nipples or something, and eagles flying out of his ass. Oh, fuck me, man.
Yeah, very good. You know what I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan, dude.
Very good.
Yeah, no, that I agree completely. Especially the last stuff he's done. Yeah.
Especially what he's doing now, but also even working with like really terrible scripts as the general manager, managed to deliver a lot of that bullshit very well. You just trust that guy. You just like him, you trust him, and he's good on the mic. So yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, no, and even his stuff before when he was coming back from the injury, great promos. It was fantastic promos.
Yes, sir. What else do we have? We've got a bunch of fucking different categories left here. Worst feud of the year. Jared, what do you have?
Worst feud of the year. You know, there's so many to pick from on WWE. I would say Bray Wyatt versus Matt Hardy.
Oh,
That's a
I
sleeper
hated
one.
it. I hated it every second of it. I hated it. It was
It's
not
like-
good.
do you remember how much we all wanted that
Yeah.
when Hardy was in fucking Impact still, and you're like, oh man, imagine what you could do with that. That would be awesome. It just wasn't.
I think that's part of it. It was just such a letdown. It was such a dud thing that happened. That's my choice.
I had that completely washed from my brain, and yeah, I can agree that that's pretty fucking bad, for sure. But the continuation of this Banks Bailey Scissor Sisters deal, where they just want to fucking
Yes.
get it over with, but they don't. They stay angry at each other because they want to get into each other's pants. And please let me watch, because I would be.
Yeah. If I had to choose two broads on Raw to fuck, it'd probably be those two. No, that's it. That's my honorable mention, Sasha and Bailey. My actual one is Nakamura and AJ Styles.
Oh, yes.
Just
Ooh,
for how
we
fucking
disagree.
dude.
It's
For how bad.
now, I will say
Okay.
it's a feud based off of kicks in the dick.
Yeah, and it's terrible, and not a single one of those matches was worth a shit to me. And just for how much it was built up, and just the letdown. Were other ones way worse? Sure, but for me, that one was such a letdown and such a drop of the ball that I had to give it my worst feud of the year. You feel free to retort, Jared.
I'm literally making. Have you ever seen that Obama gif where he's like basically looks like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Look, that's what I'm giving you right now.
I know that.
I enjoyed that feud. I liked that feud. I thought that feud actually helped AJ Styles a lot. I thought the fact that he came out of that beating Nakamura every single time really upped AJ Styles as a champion, because he needed a feud where he came out on top every single time. And I know it made Nakamura look bad, but then he became the United States champion, and he's been a pretty good United States champion. So I disagree.
You remember how exciting it was in the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, but I like those matches.
When they both grabbed the fucking ladder and like moved it to the side and faced off in the Royal Rumble. It was like, holy fuck! And when we finally got all the way around.
I'm higher on those matches. I'm way higher on those matches than you are.
I hated them.
I love their last man standing match.
There you go. Sasha Bailey's one. Another honorable mention I had, just one to propose to you: Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn.
Yeah. How about
that
Baron
was a
Corbin
thing.
and Finn Balor?
Yeah. Also very shitty. So there you go.
Natalia and Ruby Riott. There's so many of them, man. There's a lot of them.
You could go on all day.
Raw
Let's move
versus
on.
their fans.
I'm gonna go with, for best feud of the year. I'll start you off here. It's Ciampa Gargano from NXT.
That's what I have.
I mean,
It's a
There's
it's a threefer.
it's a threefer.
Yeah.
What would be some other ones you would throw out there as honorable mentions?
Omega and Okada.
Yeah, obviously.
Omega,
Okada,
Omega
Gato.
Cody, probably even, and I would throw in there.
Yeah, I would
Yep,
go with
Kenny
Omega
Cody.
The Okada, Gato. Let's see. I don't know.
Any WWE ones at all?
Oh, you know what? I'll say it. AJ versus Nakamura. No, I'm just kidding. I like this feud, but it wasn't feud of the year. The Bar and New Day. The Bar, New Day, and the Usos.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's an arguable. I mean, you wanted a main roster WWE feud. I mean, that's pretty much the only one.
There's not much. There really isn't much at all. Maybe Becky versus the women's division. I don't know. But other than that,
yeah, Becky Charlotte that could be it. That's a really good one.
So we go 3 for on Ciampa Gargano.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's easy peasy, baby.
Oh, that was the softball one, though. Let's see. We're getting in there now. Now we're getting into the some of the other ones here, where they're more the big ones, if you will. Let's go with. You want to go with worst promotion? It'll be an easy one to knock out for me. WWE.
WWE.
Best promotion. Jared, what do you got there?
I think this is going to shock all of your fans, but it's New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
There's nothing better than New Japan, man. Nothing.
There isn't. No. I've even got casual, like, not even casual wrestling fans, people that don't even, they know Stone Cold is, but that's about it, and The Rock. But I've gotten them to watch New Japan, and they every now and then when I'll go over, like, let's watch a Japanese wrestling match. It's like, okay.
Yeah. It is unanimous. I also have New Japan. I would almost, I'm not going to say it, but maybe a little bit of an honorable mention for MLW, just for actually being a really good weekly show, being new and everything.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of a dimmer lighting, so I didn't see the back of the gymnasium, but whatever.
Get those basketball hoops up high if you're going to have them in there. There you go. Oh, man. We're moving into the shit now. Worst tag team?
Oh. Easy, Jim.
Braun and that child.
Yeah.
Fuck. Fair enough.
Yeah. I'll accept that.
Yeah, I can agree with that as well. I was going to go with the B team.
Yeah, I go with that. My pick is the B team as well.
Guys, Braun tagged with a child.
His name was Nicholas.
That was the thing that happened at WrestleMania, and they won the tag titles.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true.
That was one of my...
Who did Braun beat, anyways? Was it the Bar?
The Bar.
Yeah, wow.
The Bear.
The Bear.
As Ric Flair would say, the Bear.
Let's go with best tag team. I'm going to go with an honorable mention for the Golden Lovers, but my choice is the Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks.
Yeah, it is the Young Bucks. And the honorable mention of the Golden Lovers, they could have been tag team of the year if they had more than like 3 matches, you know what I mean? The Young Bucks killed
them versus the Young Bucks was like... Oh.
That was
honorable mention.
Tag match of the year, if that was a thing.
Yeah, honorable mention for me is the Briscoes.
Yeah.
It's a solid... They're so good. So
or
good.
the Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when we were talking about the Usos last year?
No. Remember when the fans voted for the Usos to be the tag team of the year?
And we fucking caught. That's why there's no voting, guys, because you guys fucked up.
You guys did fuck up. You chose the Usos
and we said,
as the
fuck
tag
that.
team of the year. Yeah. And now it's what we want. It's what we want to do all the time.
Yeah, you see that, kids? We let you pick what you want for supper. You pick cake. Now, Mom and Dad got to come in here and do this shit right.
We let you pick your own breakfast, and you chose cake, motherfucker. So now we're making oatmeal with no sugar.
Now, Mom, Dad, and drunk uncle have to come in here and decide for you.
Am I drunk, Uncle?
Your mom.
Okay. Is it the mom jeans?
Yes.
Oh.
It's your pleasant Canadian nature and the fact that you're Jim's bottom.
That's fair. That's fair. As much as I'd hate to be the bottom, I probably would be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm neither top nor bottom, but if I had to pick one of the two, I mean, it's a pretty easy answer to pick top, you know?
Well, now that we know how the prison scene will go.
But yeah, guys, the Young Bucks tag team of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We're getting into the nitty gritty.
Well, don't we have a memorial thing that we got to do? The not the dead people, but the Stu Hart's memorial stretcher.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we want to bring
He
out.
said that so eloquently. No, not the dead fuckers. You know, not them. I want to do my bit when it sounds like Stu Hart. That's Jim. Put that up.
Stu Hart is going to give out a special award for a lifetime. It's a lifetime achievement award.
It is a lifetime achievement,
if you will. So let's bring him out, Stu Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you, everybody. I'm glad to be memorialized over here in the SCL. Is this a Hall of Fame that you guys are putting me in, or?
Well, you're already in fame, actually, Stu. One of many hearts. Brett is in there. Owen is in there.
Yeah. They're good boys. They are. Brett. You know, he's been held down by his weak wrists, but you know. That's Brett. Owen's he's a daredevil. But no, apparently I'm being, the Martha's brought me a piece of paper, and surprisingly, guys, I can read. But this is for the Stu Hart Memorial Stretcher of the Year, and I get to pick the winner, and I'm gonna go with Minoru Suzuki, and just because of his excellent stretching of New Japan Young Boys, because we all know how much Stu Hart loves to stretch Young Boys. So congratulations, Minoru, and toodaloo. I think you guys. Yeah.
All right, toodaloo, Stu.
Bye.
Fantastic. Minoru Suzuki, Stretcher of the Year.
My Stretcher of the Year is actually Preston Parker. So that's a little porn joke for you people out there.
Went over my fucking head.
I don't know male porn stars by their names, honestly.
He's also a producer.
It's my favorite fucking male porn star. If you have a favorite male porn star, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Peter North, man, he just blows the biggest wads, dude.
I was going to say him, but that's like a mid-2000s choice. Just try to move on.
Yeah, back in the day, he was, right? Yeah.
Oh,
people are like, dude, the dude busts such big nuts. I'm like, is that a good thing? Like, am I supposed to be stoked about that? Like,
yeah.
I want to watch a guy fuck who comes a lot. Like, I remember he used to sell pills, dude. And it's like, so you can bust bigger wads. Like, why would you want bigger wads?
Yeah, that's more mess. That's more tissue.
Yeah, you gotta use 2 socks, man. What the fuck?
That's more liquid to get a female pregnant. You know?
Like, would you impress your old lady with, like, giant wads in the face and shit? I don't get it.
Girls like that? You know what I mean? Like, do they like wads?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I want to apologize to fans. I'm the one that started this road, down this road, and here we are because of me.
What is an acceptable quantity of load?
Good fuck. As much as she can fit in her mouth. Let's move on. We're into the nitty gritty now, boys. Worst match of the year. I can start you off here. I'm gonna go with Taker, Kane, HBK, Triple H, Crown Jewel. This match was fucking terrible. 4 grandpas. Just fucking awful.
HBK comes out of retirement, nobody catches him.
Yeah, no one catches. That's like, yeah, no one catches him. Undertaker
Triple H tore a pack.
Well, still, but they run each other into the guardrail. It was one of the worst things I've ever fucking seen. tons of talking, just a bad match. So that's mine. Jared, what do you got?
I'm going to go with the only two-time winner on this entire thing. Guys, a child won the tag team titles at WrestleMania. A child won them from a legitimate tag team, The Bar.
I've heard people fucking defend that angle. Like, oh, it was good. I liked it.
I mean, like
A child.
I can get it in a way where I'm not saying I like it, but the only thing that I found redeeming about it is if they didn't use the ref's kid, you got a fan for life there. You know what I mean? Because you involved him in the show. He'll buy every ticket that comes to his town. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, they got themselves a working kid, you know?
yeah, but they got themselves a kid with a fucking training book, you know? Fuck.
Yeah, I question the intelligence of Braun because speaking of Minoru Suzuki, he was there. He could have chose Suzuki.
He was up on one of the upper bowls, but he was there.
Yeah, drinking Bud Pounders, dude.
What the fuck's a Bud Pounder?
A Bud Pounder's a 16 fluid ounce Budweiser in a can.
Oh.
We call them pounders because 16 ounces is a pound.
I didn't know. I suppose, yeah, weed. That's right.
Yeah, there you go. What do you have, Tyler, for the worst match of the year?
Oh, well, I got half of what you had, Jim. I've got Undertaker versus Triple H from Super Showdown.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dog shit city, too.
Just the length was horrible, and the competitors were so tired.
Triple H can't help himself, dude. Every match he's in has to be like fucking 40 minutes long.
When will we see Triple H or The Undertaker puke in the ring like Shane Douglas in TNA? When will we see that? Just fucking
just wait.
spews everywhere.
There you go. So The Undertaker is in two different ones. So let's go to the best side of that. Best match of the year. Jared, what do you have?
Okada versus Omega, 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
Yep.
With the honorable mention going to Gargano versus Cien Almas.
Yes.
But yeah, it's got to be Omega versus Okada, 2 out of 3 falls. You can't do it. You can't do it better than they did.
Yeah. That's my pick as well. I would also throw honorable mentions to Gargano Ciampa. What else we got? There's a lot of different
There's a
matches.
slew of matches from the G1 with Okada, Tanahashi, Omega. So many of them.
Omega Ishii was a really good match this year.
Yeah. There was a lot of them. There was a lot of really good matches, but in my opinion, it's Omega and Okada from Dominion.
Yeah. Pay-per-view of the year. What do you have there? I have Wrestle Kingdom with a honorable mention for TakeOver New Orleans.
Mine is NXT TakeOver New Orleans, just because of timeline, timestamp, just being under 3 hours,
and everything kicked ass on it, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom for me. It's Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, you gotta go.
It was so good, just top to bottom. It was absolutely everything WrestleMania wishes it was.
It's very true
in terms of match quality.
There it is. What did we do already? So we've done... Yeah, I'm just getting my categories right here. Looks like we're on to the worst male and female. I guess before we do that, we could get into... we don't have a worst faction, but we have best faction.
This one,
Tyler Fudge.
This one to me is a toss up. I want
This is a toss up.
Twist and pull. I want to say the Elite, but in another hand, Undisputed Era were so good this year.
Yeah,
so good.
That's what mine. I have both here listed, so I didn't really. I mean, I'm gonna say a tie, or you pick one and give an honorable mention to the other. But yeah, for me, it's those two. What do you have, Jared?
Yeah, it's the Elite, the Elite.
So that says it. 3 votes to for the Elite.
There you go. Another category that we have is most improved. I can start you off here. I've got another 2 for. I mean, I could go either way, but I'm going to go with honorable mention for Velveteen Dream, but most improved, I'm going to go with Hangman Page.
Yeah, Hangman Page is a fantastic option for this because, man, Hangman Page a year ago, I didn't care if I seen a match, but now every match he has is you got to see it.
Yeah, it's tremendous. And like how he's really came into his own in the ring and as a character. So that's mine.
Yeah.
Guys, he farts red, white, and blue. He used to be a hippie in NXT. No one gave a fuck about him when New Japan picked him back up, and he had one hell of a year. His name is Juice Robinson.
Yeah.
You can't
go wrong there. Yeah.
And just to play devil's advocate, I'm going to pick Buddy Murphy.
That's not devil's advocate, though. Like, no one was arguing against
you're
him.
right.
You swooped in and argued for him.
That's true.
Get your fucking terms right, Canada.
That's true.
God damn.
Just to play Tyler Fudge. I'll just be like
Buddy Murphy was a great choice, though.
Yeah, that's a really good choice, too. So we only have 4 awards left. It's a good time before we get into these. Just want to give a shout out to our boy Bobby Anthem from the Inhuman Experience podcast for that voiceover at the beginning of the show.
Oh, beautiful. Bobby.
You can hire him for voiceover services. Contact him on Twitter, or contact, I guess, Yuck Nasty also is the person to contact about it. So check that out. Bobby Anthem to him. Much love. Quoting the show every week. Huh?
You just made Yuck Nasty sound like a pimp.
No, he handles some of the shit with him. They work together. I don't know. But yeah, much love to him. Bad motherfucker. Always listens to the show. Quotes our shit. Takes the most obscure quote and puts it on Twitter. So much love to you. Pay-per-view Take 2, Jared. We just recently put out the ECW November to Remember 98. Up next is Great American Bash 2004 at the behest of a Money Mark.
We might be sober for that one.
Could happen.
Yeah,
That's coming up on the...
You guys shouldn't be, because I know what you're in for in that, because the last episode of Volume 4 of the Federation was WrestleMania 20 from 2004, so you're not too far off. It's craptastic, guys. You're going to be in for a surprise.
Look out for that on the SEL channel. What's going on in the Federation, man?
Well, I think it's Great American Bash 1996. I think. Or is it... Yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% sure. We just
You're on Bash. We're on Bash.
Yeah, I think so, but maybe that's because you guys have done it. What's the other one that they got? Bash at the Beach. It's not Bash at the Beach because it's not the NWO bullshit. So yeah, it's Great American Bash 1996. I have no idea what's on it, but I'm sure it's going to be fun. But you can check out a No Holds Barred Christmas over on the Federation, where we talk about the greatest Hulk Hogan movie of all time, No Holds Barred.
Suburban Commander's better.
I agree to disagree. Now, it's all nostalgia for me, though. This is what it is. I watched that movie all the time when I was a little boy.
It is. Back when I was a little girl. Worst female wrestler of the year. Man, I have a ton of honorable mentions here, but let's send it over to Tyler Fudge. What do you got? Worst female wrestler?
Oh, I don't want to be that guy. But Nia Jax. I just don't like her. I just don't think she's very good.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
It sounds like Jared's getting sucked up into an alien spacecraft. Are you still there, Jared? Or as Bob Cottle?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
I didn't know if Terry Funk came and wrapped a plastic bag over your face or something.
Oh, hell, Tyler. You're wrong, though. You dumb egg-sucking dogs forget about the fact that piece of shit Carmelo was a champion.
Thank you, Terry. I did forget.
He was a goddamn SmackDown Women's Champion, and she can't wrestle for shit.
And she beat Asuka, too.
I've seen armadillos have better matches.
Oh, man.
How old are you, Terry?
She's fucking terrible.
She's horrible.
Yeah. Those are both solid ones. Not on mine, however, but absolutely viable. Honorable mentions, Lana. And Kelly Klein, I almost gave to her just based on that Ring of Honor pay-per-view we watched last week. I have fucking hated her performance so much in that. So she needs to fucking get it to her. But dude, again, for the second time tonight, Brie mode.
Oh,
She just didn't wrestle enough this year for me to give her that award.
But when she did wrestle, but when she did wrestle.
True.
She kicked Liv Morgan's head off, then proceeded to go to the fucking forearm Ruby Riott in the nose,
Right
which,
in
I
the
mean,
snot.
granted, it's a big target and shit. No, that's mean. I
It's like
her.
that. It's like that year Steph Curry got a bunch of MVP votes, despite the fact he only played like 60 games. But the argument was he didn't play enough to win the award. I don't think she wrestled enough to win the award for worst female wrestler.
Yeah. Lana also. Fucking get out of here.
dog shit.
Garbage.
Tamina would be another fucking option.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Trash.
Like a lot of the women in Ring of Honor. Brandy Rhodes, I'd give an honorable mention to. She's
Yeah.
terrible.
Mandy Leone.
Yeah, there's a lot of terrible ones. So.
Marty. What's her name? Martina. The
Navratilova?
No. That sounds like a figure skater though. But
Talking about
what's the Martina Moth lady or something? That girl.
Mariposa?
No. I would never say an unkind word about cheerleader Melissa. But no.
Chelsea Green?
No, she's from the UK. Session Moth or whatever. No, you guys don't know who this girl is? She was in that fucking. I don't know, man. She goes around like leopard print. No, fair enough. Whatever.
She's terrible.
Fuck you guys. She is horrible. She is in Stardom too.
The other side of it, best female wrestler. This one might be a little left field. I'm going to Tessa Blanchard, dude.
I had her on my list as well.
Yeah.
I think her character is great. She's killing it with promos. Her matches are good. She's hot, but weird looking. I don't know. She's great, man. I love Tessa Blanchard. She's really good.
And if you look up the definition of a backhanded compliment, that is it right there.
You know what I'm saying?
She's hot looking, but weird. Like just even the delivery of it was just like extra
Hold on.
sting.
She's really hot, but she's got a different sort of look. She doesn't have a typical fucking look. She doesn't look like fucking Scarlett Bordeaux or Alexa Bliss or something, you know?
It's very true. It's very true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the obvious answer. I've been super into Becky Lynch, and yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong with that one.
I am also going to go with the man Becky Lynch.
It's only been since SummerSlam, though, to be fair. It's really only
Yeah.
half.
She had some good matches before that, though.
That's true.
She's been a
They were building
consistent
her before
performer.
that. They had her go on a string of wins long before the SummerSlam, where she was just winning and winning and winning and winning, and then
Yeah, it sort of felt like they always knew they had her in their back pocket whenever they wanted to play that card.
Yeah. I can't take it away from you, man. It's definitely true. And for her to just be, I mean, she's the most over thing in that entire company.
yeah,
The most over thing that's been in that company since,
maybe Punk.
Daniel Bryan, maybe AJ Styles.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan.
AJ Styles is super fucking over in that company.
Yeah.
But there you go. Yeah, definitely. Moving into, we did worst promotion. I think all we have is worst male wrestler.
That was a astounding
Best-
WWE.
Yeah, all we have is best and worst male performers left here.
Well, let's get into it,
These
boys.
are big ones. These big ones.
Worst male wrestler, as I cower from the vegetables that are about to be thrown at me, Undertaker.
Oh,
It's fucking terrible. All of his matches this year have been abortions. This man needs to retire. Terrible.
Undertaker
Again.
was my pick as well
Only 3 matches from The Undertaker.
If they were all
because he's so
awful.
fucking bad. That's why. Because he's so fucking
Dude, they were
bad.
Right.
embarrassing.
But do you not remember that in 2017 we had to watch Jinder Mahal wrestle Roman Reigns on a pay-per-view and then multiple times on Raws? Jinder Mahal is the worst performer in the WWE who was given any kind of push. 2018, he was the drizzling shits. He has my worst gimmick, and he is my worst male performer in professional wrestling 2018. I hate you,
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal. You get my of the year.
Dude, even worse than that angle, I think of him and Orton as being like the high watermark of fucking garbage. from Jinder Mahal's entire run. I think about Randy Orton climbing the side of the fucking Punjabi prison when fucking whatever the fuck his name, Big Khali comes down.
I'm
Jinder
also
Mahal
going
for
to.
just consistently being terrible.
It's very true, but I'm going to give a honorable mention to Shane McMahon. He's had more than a handful of matches this year, and fuck him, and fuck his punches, and fuck everything.
Just makes Cena's punches to look like Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Hey, mate.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Well, is that your pick? Is it him or is that your?
I'm going to go with Shane McMahon. My actual pick was The Undertaker. But
yes, dude. I'm glad I'm not alone on that then.
3 matches.
Fucking dog.
3 matches. Hello.
Hello?
Jim.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, no, we all good, baby. We all good.
Hold on now.
For the love of goddamn. Everyone's good.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the end of 2018 Year Award Show. Fuck my ass. I'm trying to do this on the fly. This is cock ass. Now I'm getting angry. Oh, piss.
Oh, piss.
And I haven't been smoking. Sorry.
Did you want me to do it?
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Fucking free vape rolled over the mute button. I haven't smoked in like fucking 3 days, motherfuckers. No cigarettes in 3 days.
It's pretty good. That is pretty good. I haven't went 3 days
angry.
For a long time.
Yeah. Makes me very angry. But the best male wrestler, I'm going to send it over to Jared. What do you got?
Look, I know you can go with the fancy toy, the guy who has the best matches every single time he goes out there. But for me, it's not Kenny Omega. It's AJ Styles. Here's a guy who for 300 days out of the year traveled the world, wrestled every single night. He did it consistently. He was the steward of the ship that was SmackDown, a much better show than Raw. He was the world champion for the majority of the year. He did house shows. He's a guy who did it every single night. Kenny Omega was only asked to do it about 100 times a year. Now imagine adding 200 dates to that and asking him to do that. When Kenny Omega did his 2 out of 3 Falls matches with Okada, he didn't then have to go to SmackDown 2 days later and work a group of house shows right after that. Kenny Omega gets to take weeks off. He doesn't have to do tour. He doesn't have to do every single tour. AJ Styles has to get out of bed 5 days a week, go do his business, no time off. He was a machine this year, and he consistently had 3 to 5 star matches, or 3 to 4, and like 1 or 2 5-star matches. He did it for me. He's the 2018 Jared Wrestler of the Year.
Wow. That's a very convincing argument.
It is. It is.
That's a very convincing argument. 5-star match this year? What 5-star match did he have this year? I'm just
I
just
would
to
go
clarify.
with him and Nakamura in that Last Man Standing match. To me, 5-star match. Love that match.
Shit, son.
Loved it.
I
Loved
disagree
all
on
of his
that.
matches with Samoa Joe. Again, they had great chemistry. He just did it every single week. His match with Cien Almas on SmackDown was great. He just did it every single time he was asked to. He never gave you a bad match.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's fair. What do you got, Tyler Fudge?
It's going to be great coming after Jarrett's Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I got Kenny Omega, too.
Just
Look, I
because...
get it. It's one of the only reasons I picked AJ is because I knew you both would pick Kenny Omega.
That's fair. I get that. But the argument that you made for AJ Styles is a solid argument. You know what I mean? The fact that he goes out almost, more than double the amount of Kenny Omega, and still does not get injured. He's still in good health. But then, in my opinion, you look at the stuff that Omega's doing, it's just next level. It's fantastic.
But AJ was doing that too.
Oh, yeah.
When he had the lesser schedule. So to me, I know he can reach those heights. That's also why I gave it to him.
Yeah, that AJ Styles Nakamura match from Wrestle Kingdom 11, is it?
Yeah.
It was fantastic. This is one of my favorite matches of all time.
Yeah, but the WWE stuff was not.
Yeah.
I don't know. My only argument against it, if it's a valid thing, but my comment on that would be, I don't think any of his matches have been. I can't think of any this year that I thought were like stand out. A lot of good stuff, nothing offensive, but nothing like where I thought was like really great. But it is solid.
to throw it to football, if you're a football fan, he's AJ Styles is the Tom Brady, just super consistent every single time he goes out there, and Kenny Omega is like Patrick Mahomes. He's like the new thing, the new shiny toy that everyone's freaking out over. And we'll see how good he is in like 5 years.
So if you want to put that in hockey terms,
I know nothing of hockey, Tyler.
AJ Styles is the Sidney Crosby, where Omega could be your Connor McDavid or Austin Matthews.
I feel like he made
right
all
there,
of those
like
names up.
fucking Ty Loney and Scotty and whoever else lives
Probably
in
just be
Canada.
like, fuck you for saying
yeah.
Crosby. No, they're probably just being like, fuck Crosby. But the McDavid thing will pop them because they're from Edmonton, so.
And for the rest of the world, who has other seasons, like summer and shit.
Hey, we do
that
summer
is-
ball.
There it is. The 2018 Suplex City Limits Year-End Awards. I had a fucking good time with that, boys. The only thing we have here, we have a New Japan preview.
Oh, that's right.
Do you want to go through this fucking card?
That's true.
Yeah,
I totally
I
forgot.
don't have too long. I'm running out of power here, but I can do a little bit. Let's go.
Go. When he's gone, he's gone. Jared, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's. I mean, some of these. Do you want to? We don't have to go through all of these matches. I don't care about some of these early ones. Maybe.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
okay,
The
so
match.
you got the gauntlet, which we kind of talked about last week, right?
Yeah.
So that's out of the way. But then it really goes to the Never Openweight Championship. Everything is so stacked here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is their most stacked card ever, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't say ever because we can go back to like when it was, the early 2000s and mid 90s. But this is the most stacked it's been in a while.
I agree.
This is the most stacked wrestling card I mean, yeah, dude, in a long time.
It's really starting
Crazy.
2019 off with a bang. That's for sure.
Yeah, Ibushi Osprey is going to be insane, and for what I'm looking at, it's listed as the number 2 match.
That's
So,
yeah. You're looking at Wikipedia, aren't you, Jim?
that's what I'm looking at. Yes. I mean, this is probably the order it's going to go.
No, knowing how they do it, it'll go gauntlet match, then the junior tag team titles.
That's true.
And then they'll probably do some random 6-man because they love those, just to get a few more guys on the card, even if it's not listed on there. And then you'll get to the actual championships, and they'll build from there. There really won't be a breather after
No.
after probably the 4th match. It's just going to be a murderer's fucking row.
That's going to be crazy. Ibushi Osprey, I'm stoked for that. I think that's going to be tremendous.
It'll be crazy.
Show stealer possible. That 3-way tag team match for the junior. We got Kanemaru and Desperado, Sho and Yo, and Bushi and Shingo Takagi.
Yeah, that it's going to be a good match. I'm not a huge fan of Kanemaru. I'm also not a huge fan of Bushi, but everybody else in that match is great.
Yeah. I think what I'm most looking forward to is Jericho Naito with Naito winning. And I know this is dream booking, but Nelson Goblinarius winning a couple championships. They come out to celebrate Naito's victory over Jericho, and Takahashi comes out and just gets in the ring and puts his fist with the rest of Nelson Goblinarius, and they just have their moment.
You just gave me a wrestling boner.
Dude, I've been thinking about that for weeks. If he shows up on this, and he doesn't have to do anything, just shows up.
He
that
can't
place
wrestle, but man, if he showed up when when they're all in the ring celebrating Naito's win and Takahashi's music hits, that place will come unglued.
It'll be unfucking believable. Yeah, and you obviously got to go Naito here.
Yeah.
I felt
I
like
think
they,
this is going to be a very chalk night, much like WrestleMania is a chalk night. It's just going to be everybody you think's supposed to win will probably win. Switchblade will probably beat Okada. That's probably the only one that I would look at and say I don't know who's going to win, but I know Ospreay is going to beat Ibushi. I have a feeling Tanahashi's going to beat Omega.
Yep.
I think Naito wins. And
Ishimori over Kushida taking
I
that
agree.
belt.
I agree.
yeah.
I mean, I could see everything. Even I could see Juice taking defeating Cody for the United States Championship.
Yes. Yep, I think you're going to see a lot of the Elite lose this night. I think
Yes.
you're going to see the Young Bucks lose, Cody, Omega, Ibushi, all of them. I think they're all going to lose.
Mm.
Because it doesn't make sense because none of them have renewed their contracts.
Yep. It's true. It's true. And when you look at New Japan's loyalty to ROH, they're going to distance themselves from those guys if they're going to be in AEW exclusively. So.
Yeah. That's not to say.
Oh, God.
I was going to say that, and that's not to say that they won't work with the All Elite Wrestling, though. I really think they value too much of Kenny Omega to not give him a special deal. But as of right now, he doesn't have a deal with them past January 4th. So we'll see.
I think New Japan would be crazy not to use those guys. I think they still want to work there. It makes sense. Just you can use them in Japan. Let them do whatever the fuck they want to do in the U.S.
Yeah, but they have that agreement with ROH. It might be tough. But the other one we're getting is those never open weight six person tag belts or whatever they are.
That's Well, that match is going to be at New Year's Dash. You got
is it? Okay, I thought that was on the main card. Okay.
And then that's the big thing to bring you over to New Year's Dash, apparently.
Gotcha. Okay.
Even
that's usually the cooler match.
Yeah.
Every match on here, I guess aside from Okada and White, is a championship match of some kind, except for the gauntlet match.
Yep. Even Ishii and Zack Sabre Jr. is a championship match for the Rev Pro.
Rev Pro, yep.
Yeah.
Should be interesting. Ishii's the champion. He's obviously. I expect he'll be dropping it to Sabre. But I don't know. Sabre has a lot of Ring of Honor dates, I guess, coming up this year too.
Yeah, and
Ishii spent a lot of time in RPW.
I was gonna say he's been announced for a few dates there, so I wouldn't be surprised if he wins.
It's gonna be fucking crazy. So, I guess the next time we're back on this show, it will be 2019, and we will have just watched Wrestle Kingdom. So that's something pretty crazy to look forward to.
Yeah.
I might have some hot takes about that.
I expect that you might. Yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, next time we come back, we'll be post Wrestle Kingdom. It's the show of the year, man. Like, so this will be early Friday morning for us, huh?
Well, yeah, I'll be watching Friday night. I'm gonna stay off social media. I got people coming over. I'm gonna be watching Friday night.
I'll be heading over to the brothers, and that fan of no wrestling is supposed to be coming over and watching with us, and have a time.
So yeah, I guess we'll record Saturday next week. We'll have that. So that is good shit. I wanted to give a shout out here to our Patreon supporters. Did it a little different. They'll be back at the beginning of the show. In the future, as we go back to the usual format, but shout out to Kayla Morganfield, Casey, B-Rad Brad, he's not balding, Christopher Spalding, Viva La JD from the Smack It Down podcast, check those guys out everywhere podcasts are found, Max's Garage, Infamous Chris Savage, Kick-Ass Keith Martin, The Rice-A-Roni, Jabroni Tyloni, Insane Ian Jackson, Jumpin', Jeremy Foltz, much love to you, also Deep in Your Snatch, Cody Hatch from the PayPal, much love to you. I think
Big Body Sam.
Oh, Big Body Sam. I didn't say him, did I? Big Body
Sam.
Yeah, bad motherfucker. Love you, sir. So, I think that is going to do it. Anyone have anything else to add before we go? I hope we're not forgetting shit.
No.
Just don't. Actually, don't do anything I wouldn't do on New Year's. It's not a lot.
Yeah, there you go. Don't drink and drive.
Don't be a fucking idiot.
Stupid. Yeah. Get yourself an Uber, come home safe, and all that shit. So, I think that's going to do it. Until 2019, may you get all the dick and the pussy you desire. Remember, a winner is you. And be excellent to each other.
I'll have a happy new year next year. 'Cause things ain't going good around here. It seems to be so sad. That's January 1st and I already feel bad. I'll have a